What's up, everybody? James Duggan here with Tate Feebing.
What's up?
Whispers of the Old Gods is here. The servers are very unstable, but we are going to open 200 packs.
Yep.
And Tate, you have 5 cards you want. I have 5 cards I want. We each have 1 card we don't want, and we're going to see how we do.
Yeah, James, what are you looking to see in this
So,
expansion?
just like you, I want to find N'Zoth, but I also want to find Fandral Staghelm, the Druid Legendary, Blade of Cthun, which you got a bunch of, Shifter Xeris.
Oh, yeah.
I want that little dude. And then I also would like to see Halaziel. But I would also.
We should have alternated lists.
I know, we really should have. The card that is my whammy that I don't want to see is the Boogie Monster.
All right.
So let's get going.
The aforementioned Wolfram Shield of Old Gods.
Indeed, he is. he really is.
Would you dust him? Or keep him for the collection?
You know, I would. I'm a slave to my collection at this point. I don't particularly need dust. But maybe that'll change when I'm done opening these packs, so we'll find out.
Yeah, if you have to craft all those.
I do.
Oh, you gotta switch up your card back, remember?
That's true. What did we start at? 114? Whatever, we'll get through this. Golden Rare, Addled Grizzly. Cool, that's a deck I'm looking to play.
Yeah, you've told me you want to spend some time with Beast Druid.
I've been a proponent.
We're now 2 expansions deep on Beast Druid being forced down our throats.
Sure.
It might be time.
I think it is. I think it is time. I'm going to do this just because it's thematic. Let's do it.
All right.
I know everybody's doing that, but hey. I'm a sheep in the herd, and I can't get back into my packs now. Tate, what is going on?
Oh, man. You know, you just got to go with the blows.
There we go.
Blizzard's a small little company. They can't
Yeah,
be expected to
that's true.
keep these servers up.
Yeah, they don't really have any experience with online games or any kind of like launching and server stability things, but
even though there's been some issues, this is honestly going just fine.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah.
We're just joking.
We're LOLing. It's a JK.
Here we
First
go.
epic, Blade of
There he
Cthun.
is.
There he is, crossed off my list. I would like a playset, but this is fine. That's awesome. And
Yeah.
I'm glad we both got that card because that strikes me as one of the most fun cards that kind of enable this whole Cthun idea.
Yeah, with Rogue, it's a must include, it feels like. Just the removal plus buff is such a great combo.
It's absolutely the case. Whoa. Carrion Grub is cool. That's basically it's the same stats as Druid of the Fang.
Yep.
Ooh,
All right.
first legendary. Mukla, Tyrant of the Veil. A lot of people not super jazzed about that card, but that card actually can work with something like a Miracle Rogue or a spell deck.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much excitement for it, but I think it's worth trying. I mean,
Sure.
I think all these legendaries are worth trying. People have missed the mark.
With the exception
trying
of
to
Boogie
predict-
Monster.
You know, just wait. He might surprise you, but he won't.
So here's some more Cthun cards. We've already opened something like this, but Cthulhu's Chosen, Disciple of Cthun, these are actually both very solid. This one has Divine Shield for 2, very good stats for 4, and then a 2/1 for 3 that deals 2 damage as a battle cry. And then obviously with things like Bran, that's great, but it's pretty much good on its own. And every class has a card that interacts with Cthun in some ways. Some are a little bit more exciting than others. I think Blade of Cthun is an example of one of those. Vilephan
Nice.
Inquisitor, nice. We both have one of those.
Yeah, I do enjoy that card. The art is fantastic.
It is. So with old Murkai gone, obviously, not every Finn is awesome. Anything can happen. Any Finn can happen. I think loses a lot of its bite.
Yes, it does. That was a key to that deck.
So I wonder if this is more of a wild combo.
Yeah, you got to think that they're designing cards for both spaces. They have to consider now Wild, Standard, and Arena.
N'Zoth absolutely strikes me as a card that's playable in both, but probably will be predominantly played in Wild, just because there's so many good Death Rattle minions. And then them all coming back is frightening.
Yeah. A card that I'm really interested to play with, it's just a common, it's not that exciting from the sound of it, but Shatter. I love it thematically. I've always enjoyed Freeze Mage. I think there's a really good chance Shatter's good. Nice.
Ooh, Eternal Sentinel.
You know, we're getting the same cards.
We are. It's very strange. It's almost as if it were all fixed and this is all a giant conspiracy. It's not the case. There have been pretty extensive studies by the fan base done about how random the packs really are. They're random.
Yes,
They're
definitely.
quite random. Interesting.
Give your Cthun +3/+3. There you
And
go.
these vanilla taunt, which I like. He just has taunt right out of the gate. Doesn't need any kind of enabler.
Taunt's good. Oh,
Scaled Nightmare.
I like that card. I think it's going to be interesting.
Brings me back to that's a second golden addled grizzly for me, but that brings me back to my old MTG mono green days. There's a lot of like hydras that will basically double their attack, and the idea is to keep them alive for an extended period of time. I wonder if specifically, obviously, Master of Disguise got nerfed for design space, but I wonder if specifically it was a problem with Scaled Nightmare in playtesting.
That's definitely potential. Permanent Stealth is so powerful.
Oh, yes! Oh, what a good pull. That card just looks... It
looks so
It
fun
is
to
by
play.
no means competitively playable, but it is the coolest crazy card. Like, it just does insane things. So for those who didn't have the time to read it there or don't necessarily know... I don't care about that. I'm going to dust it. Anyway,
Yeah, for
Not gonna
every
dust
spell you play in a game, he will cast a random spell when summoned. And
at a random target, too.
it's just madness. If you saw the
Excited about
Blizzard
this.
stream where they started with it, one was played with 10 spells. It could kill you, it could kill your opponent, it could kill your minions, it could buff your minions, buff
Sure.
your opponents. It's madness.
It is absurd, but God, it's just so fun. Like, I don't know.
It's the Hail Mary of Hail Marys.
So, yeah, and I think it's a really fun deck to play in a friendly capacity with your friends playing Hearthstone. Not that happens a whole lot, but ooh, Infested Wolf. That's an exciting golden
Double
pull.
Infested Wolf.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the I think both you and I were in agreement when GVG came out that it was like going random in all the right ways.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit. It ended up being a little bit too random in retrospect, but like with things like Implosion and stuff like that. But a lot of it was really fun. Piloted Treader to Sneeds. Like, it was just all of those YouTube highlight videos of Hearthstone. Yogg-Saron is absolutely going to be in a lot of those.
Oh, yeah.
Even when it was played the first time in that Blizzard stream, it at the very end, when it had 1 HP left, Shadow Stepped itself back to the hand, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah, there's just so much potential for just amazing things to happen.
Call of the Wild, insanely good card. Third
Nice.
Golden Addled Grizzly, not unneeded, but thank you. Yeah,
Call
this
of the
card,
Wild's good.
that card's very good.
Really, really good.
I haven't played with it.
Immediate board presence.
Yeah, I think that the whole community is in agreement that that card is very good.
And I like that they moved it away from 3 random and just 1 of each.
Sure.
I think it makes sense. Ooh, nice job, Robert.
That's
I think that the legendary he just opened, that
may be really good.
yeah, that's the
Twin Emperor from
summons as Twin,
Encourage, back in the World of Warcraft days. That's my second Golden Spreading Madness.
Yeah,
Exciting. Spreading Madness is a card that I think.
Oh man, there
Yes! Oh man, the random is strong with me.
it is. You are doing quite well.
I got some
my friend.
Yogg-Saron. I got some crazy one drop that turns into a different minion every single turn. I think I'm poised to make a random fun deck. There's
He
Kevin
knows.
Naki of Esports Weekly. He also he's an IGN staffer. You can check that out. I think we're gonna probably do every Friday, maybe. I'm not sure, but we'll have him on some Hearthstone content. He's a big Hearthstone player and a big ex-Blizzard employee as well. So needless to say, a fanboy.
Ball's Dome.
Ball's
Love it.
Dome. Cool. Also, there's that Shaman 2-cost deal 4 damage to a minion card that I really like. There it is again. Stormcrack. Overload 1. I think that's a pretty... The thing I've seen with Overload, this expansion, is...
It's well costed.
It's
for
well
the
costed.
First time.
It's
Yeah.
not overcosted. It's my 10th Addled Grizzly.
Cold Sorcerer.
Yeah, that's one of the better Mage cards, I think.
Yeah, the
This
cheap
expansion.
the cheap cards that buff your Cthulhu seem pretty valuable. The ones that are your standard 2/3s, 3/2s. Renounced Darkness. Let's do it.
Indeed. Oh, maybe my deck. Well, that's too random. If the random Renounced Darkness card gets all of my other gets rid of all my other random cards, What's the point of making a random deck? That's the trick with randomness. It'll get you. You can get too random. Undercity Huckster. It's a very cool card. Not as strong as a Death Rattle as I think some of the ones we've seen before, but
there you go. You're getting your set together.
I know, but still missing Halazeal, missing the 4-cost 7/7, the Flame Wreath Faceless, I believe it's called.
I thought you might have got one.
Did I get one? Maybe I did. That's a? I guess that's just a common, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that one's easy.
I'm sure I'll have it.
I think that's about your 8th Shatter.
There's a lot. Shadow Strike strikes me as a card that's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
It's nice to see them switching around the removal. One of my favorite things with Magic the Gathering over the years was like all the different ways they could spin a removal card and make it feel fresh and new. There we go. What's my rare this time? Frostcaller. I feel like Frostcaller, it's interesting they're catering to Freeze Mage, but the cards that they're bringing to it I think aren't super powerful.
But it didn't need much more power.
No. My big question is like, is Freeze Mage still a top tier deck with the absence of Mad Scientist? Whoa.
Oh, something happened.
Forbidden Healing. Selfless Hero. Cool. That's really cool.
Golden Pally cards always look good.
So what do you think about that? What do you think about Freeze Mage?
If the game slows down enough, I don't think you need the Mad Scientist to dig to find your secrets. I think you might find some different archetypes for Freeze Mage. There's potential it just changes the way it plays. So I'm definitely going to experiment with it. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. The 4/3 that lets you play a secret for 3. Or for free.
Oh, is it? It's not a Dalaran thing. It's, I don't know. Kirin
Yes.
Isn't Kirin Mage? Something like that?
I think that might make its appearance in there. Where you just cycle, you get your secrets out, you get some board presence. Yeah, it'll still be there. It's always been there. I'll make it work.
I'm very excited to see how Bloodhoof Brave plays out, because that is a card that to me, with the absence,
Blood to Ichor could make that card really good.
Yeah, it's totally true. I don't know about the taunt deck, but I think just as a straight up self-enabled taunt minion, I think it's pretty interesting, especially in the absence of Sludge Belcher. You know, I think people are going to be not struggling, but are going to be looking for other options for taunt minions, and I think that's definitely one of them. Evolve is a card I'm very excited to play with.
Yep. I think Evolve has potential to be really good for some major swings, to be able to get a positive trade and then up it. Nice.
Oh, my Control Hunter deck. The Control Hunter deck, I feel, especially the Death Rattle one, is an expensive deck. You need this. I feel like N'Zoth maybe goes in there. I don't think Deathwing goes in there, but and then I think maybe Calls of the Wild. So it's that's probably the deck that I am the most excited to play this time around. Is just a Hunter deck that isn't a Face Hunter. Shadowcaster.
Oh man, I'm jealous of that
I sniped your golden Shadowcaster. My
Dude,
goodness.
that card's so fun looking.
Yeah, so this card, choose a friendly minion, add a 1/1 copy of it to your hand. That's extremely powerful in Death Rattle Rogue. Also things like Ragnaros, but I feel like that's less likely of a scenario. And you kind of need Ragnaros to stick, or one of those larger minions with a huge effect to stick. But just right off the bat, thinking of that one, the epic that you got, which is a 4-cost 1/1 Death Rattle summon a 5/5. That with Shadowcaster the next turn seems really good. And the beautiful thing about that card is people aren't really going to want to kill it, I don't think, at least at the beginning. Like, they're not going to want to kill the 1/1 unless they have a way to deal with the 5/5, which they probably don't. So I feel like that is a minion that probably sticks, maybe.
Rogue has some interesting things to work out. It has so many powerful cards, has so many great abilities. The real question is, can it survive its lack of board clear with the absence of Blade Flare?
Yeah. Another Infested Wolf. Doing pretty good. What am I at?
Yeah,
Legendaries. 4. So I'm, granted I had a couple more packs than you, but I'm right on curve. Which is cool.
I predicted 8, so you need one more.
Ooh, nice. That card I don't think is very good. I think a lot of people are overestimating that card. When was the last time you needed to clear an opponent's board of all 2-attack minions.
It was the last time I got mustard, which muster for battle, mustard.
Yeah, yes.
And that's not in the meta anymore.
That's true. That's not in the meta. Gone. Although there's that 5-cost one that gives you what, like 7 or something. It's not, or maybe it's 5. Not great.
There you go. Playset.
Indeed. Things are shaping up.
They are. It's a good pull. We got some decks to play.
Oh,
boom, there it is.
Number 5. Ah,
Oh, no.
Burned with a double Yogg-Saron, but whatever.
You know what?
Dust. Thistle Tea, Golden Thistle Tea.
Can't
I'm
complain.
excited for.
2 legendaries.
That's true. Does this my? Okay, I am crazy. I thought when I was mousing over that card, there was some kind of effect. It was just the timing of the animation. Thistle Tea is a card I'm very excited to play with. I'm not sure if it'll be great. It may be.
Yeah, it just depends on how slow it gets. If the meta slows down enough, it has potential to be a major game changer. Because rogue cards are good. They're really good.
They are, and it's got some stark opposition with the sprint. But the cool thing about Thistle Tea is it's not digging you deeper into your deck and getting you closer to fatigue. And it can enable some combos that were just straight up impossible before, like pulling 3 Eviscerates. But
sorry, Justin.
Sorry, Justin. That's my buddy over at Chrono GG. Let's give him a little. That site has some cool daily deals on stuff. 40 packs later. Stand Against Darkness was the card I was thinking of earlier that is kind of the token replacement for Mustard.
Neither of us got Embrace the Shadows, which is... Priest has chance to change big time. Really interested in seeing Prophet Velen possibly come back into the meta, or come into the meta for the first time.
Yeah, that's true. None of the Priest legendaries have ever really stuck. Like Confessor Paletress, you were really excited for it, but I think more of in a thematic capacity.
I played some decks that it was really fun in, that they were totally viable, but it certainly wasn't top tier. The 5-mana 6/2 that switches health was pretty good. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
It's Vol'jin.
Yes.
Who is the current war chief of the Horde in World of Warcraft for everybody who still plays that game, which isn't. You know, it's still 5.5 million people, but still not a lot relative to the... All right, coming down to the last 10 packs here. Got 8 left.
There it is.
And there's, what, number 6? Ah.
Man.
The curse of the duplicate legendaries. Still
right.
free dust, man. At the end of the day, I'm going to have to craft the ones I didn't pull here. But I'm probably going to wait to do all my cool dailies.
Yeah, it's definitely to your benefit to open all your packs before crafting.
Oh,
just
absolutely.
to make sure you don't craft something that you end up pulling a few packs later.
That's
shatters, man. It's
20
time. It's time. You got to come to the dark side.
Is that the replacement of the 2-slot in Freeze Mage for
it
maybe?
Could be.
Maybe. I do think it's strong because I do think there's a lot of times where I can freeze minions but not necessarily destroy them. Not have the Doomsayer to follow up, or obviously don't want to use something like a Ice Lance.
Ancient Harbinger you just got, which is a 6-mana 4/6, which pulls a 10-cost minion from your deck into your hand. That has potential to be really impressive with the Cthun. There's so many 10-mana legendaries now. So if you are doing a deck where you rely on drawing that 10-mana legendary...
Think about this.
Oh, that one's interesting to me.
So my whole thing with aggro is...
the Shaman 7/7 could be potentially really powerful. 8-mana 2/7/7s.
I also think if you're playing against aggro where you're going to want that 4-drop, like they're not going to attack the minions on your board probably. So, all right, Tate, I did pretty well. Let's move it on over to your packs. What are the 5 on your wish list, and what is your one whammy?
I'm hoping to see Shadowcaster, Zaril, the Rogue Legendary.
Sure.
I want to see... what's that guy's name? Here, I got my list right here. I want to see the Eternal Sentinel for Shaman, the 3/2 that cancels your overload. I want N'Zoth and the Scaled Nightmare.
There you go. That's a good list. That's actually pretty similar to mine, so I may have to alter it when I switch over to my account here. But that's a really cool card back, first of all. There's your first epic, and it is the Twilight Hammer, a fair card. You also got a Mark of Jarj, whoever that is pronounced. And then the card that you don't want is Tentacles for Arms.
Yes, that weapon does not seem very good to me. It's overcosted for what it does.
Reddit has decoded an infinite combo, but I question the validity of it. I saw Firebat do a quote-unquote OTK from Totemic Might, but it didn't really work. So anyway,
there we go.
Eternal
Boom.
Sentinel. Nice.
All right.
That's a great Shaman card.
Yeah, Shaman has a chance to be really good this patch.
They do. They have that 4-cost 7/7 Validated Doomsayer. I think is sleeper OP.
I think that card's gonna be real good too.
My initial thought was, oh my goodness, it totally dodges Big Game Hunter, but that's not really as much of an issue. That's on my list. Blade of Cthun.
I'm very excited to play Rogue this expansion. I'm always excited to play Rogue though.
Blade of Cthun strikes me as a card that would have gotten put into the shared card pool, but that's really cool that they gave something that powerful for Cthun to Rogue. I guess each card has a Cthun interaction card, but that is among the best.
Yeah, I think that card's going to be really good. Cthulhu's in an interesting spot. Like, so much of this expansion is dedicated to it. If it's good, then it's going to be awesome. And if Cthulhu's not good, then you have so many cards to worry about.
Ooh, Twilight Elder. That's exciting.
I do like gold cards. Oh, double Rogue. There we go. Very nice.
So, 85 to go.
Yeah, we got a ways to go.
Yeah, we got a ways to go.
I think we should get about, I'm calling it around 7 or 8 legendaries between the two of us.
Fair enough. Which is a lot for 200 packs. It's surprising how many packs it takes to complete a full set. Not to include dust cards.
Yeah, I play.
You got a play set.
Double.
Bam. There it is.
At Master of Evolution, I just saw too. That card's potentially going to be really good too. Cast it on a minion. Oh, golden red.
Darkshire Librarian.
So yeah, Master of Evolution, Battle Cry, change your minion into a minion that costs 1 more.
Sure.
It's just a monstrous tempo play. Oh, there's the first one.
There it is. Halaziel. What a great pull.
There we go. The Shaman deck is coming together already.
It really is. So for those of you who don't know, Halaziel makes all of your spell damage heal you, which is very powerful when combined with any kind of spell damage, first of all. But secondly, Lightning Storm, Elemental Destruction, any kind of AoE is pretty much going to full heal you if they have a decent board on their side. And then it's also worth taking into account the whole fact.
Yes, power creep right here. Amgam Rager. Master of Evolution again. There we go.
It's also worth taking into account that those overload costs are going to allow you to play something like a Halaziel Lightning Storm on turn 8 for a potentially very huge heal against aggro. So a lot of ways to heal recently. Obviously, Healing Wave is still a thing. It's still very much happening.
Yeah, Corrupted Healbot I also find pretty interesting. If there's some weird priest combos with Akanai.
Sure.
And
there's even that.
Oh, I'm excited about this card.
Vilephin Inquisitor?
Yeah, I like Murloc decks. I think they're fun. I don't think they're ever going to be the best, but they're always pretty enjoyable.
So there's even that 2-cost priest card that now gives you that Akanai effect.
Yes.
Which is a thing.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about Embrace the Shadow.
Indeed I am.
That card's... I would love to see that in this. I think there's a chance there's an OTK priest. Selfless Hero, I think, is going to be...
There's a lot of super exciting, just different archetypes, and you and I were talking about this a little bit on Esports Weekly with Kevin Naki and his whole show, which you can listen to on Sirius XM.
Oh, there we go. Got the dupes.
Wow. Shaman deck, pretty
All
much
right.
complete.
Yeah,
what else do you need from Shaman?
I don't know. I got my Master of Evolutions.
You got the Legendary?
It's telling me something.
It's the deck that will be created as soon as this Let's Play is over. Somebody just got Malkarok. That's a cool card that I'm looking to see. I think that's quite good.
Yeah, well, where are my legendaries?
They're coming. Even if you don't get them, they're always right in the next pack.
Yep. There will be plenty of dusts to be spent as well.
That's true. So a little bit of a kerfuffle with Old Murkai, as well as the Parrots. That quest has been re-enabled because it was initially kind of not stealth gotten rid of, but Blizzard just gave no warning for people who wanted to try and get the golden.
Oh.
That's an interesting card.
I'm definitely going to play this card. I don't think it's going to be good. But
So actually, I was reading some theory crafting, and a Redditor had suggested that you just play a Zoolock, and then when things don't go well for you, or you start getting towards the higher mana turns, you just play that and hope for the best.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's interesting. You definitely do kind of hit that critical mass at a
We
point.
got
with
Forbidden
Zoolock.
Agent. Interesting. I don't think that card's going to be that good, but
No.
it has potential.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed to be on curve. That's what it's got going
So
for it.
you got a Golden Darkshire Librarian earlier. That card can actually come out of a piloted Shredder in Wild, and the Death Rattle just draws you a card.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
So it's just a 3/2 draw card when it dies, which is really cool. So how many legendaries are you? 2? 1?
I only one
Just the
so
Hellazar?
far, so I'm behind pace.
You are. See if you catch up in
All-
these remaining
All it
56
takes
packs
is
of
one
yours.
pack, though.
It's the truth.
And they wonder why people get addicted to this game.
I
Oh.
know. A little bit gambly. Nice. Bloodsail Cultist. Now, Tate and I are both of a similar mindset when it comes to not disenchanting golden cards for their dust.
Yes, correct. Unless they're nerfed, so I got a couple of classics that are getting disenchanted today.
Which ones are you going to
there we go.
disenchant? I'm not disenchanting. Let's see. I actually have a lot of the goldens that got nerfed, but I think I'm gonna hang on to a couple of them.
I'm going to disenchant the Keeper of the Grove and Blade Flurry.
I have 2 Keepers of the Grove that are golden, which is Blade Flurry. Just seems like there's no point to have that card anymore.
All right, I'm going to change my mojo up. 1 second.
Your elitist pack isn't helping you at all. It's doing you no favors.
Let's go with
I think you got to do Isaac Cthun, right?
Isaac Cthun? No,
Yeah.
everyone's doing that. I'm going to go classic. Oh, favorite.
Make favorite.
There we
you
go.
That was just a secret way to show people you're a legend.
That is
That's what that
exactly
was.
what it was. You know, you need
Cool, I catch on.
credibility.
Sure. As if your esports card back didn't give you credibility immediately. You know, I haven't had good luck with this card back. I have to say.
So far?
No, just in my pack openings since
Oh,
I've gotten it.
Got some.
Ah, see? The curse of the legend card back.
oh, well, it was worth it. Gave me a golden.
There you go. Where are the legendaries in Tate's packs? That is the question.
Twilight Summoner. Oh, I think this card's potentially really good.
Oh, yeah,
Raptor
absolutely.
Rogue, something I want to play with. There's so many ways to kill that card, too.
It's true. Also, Shadowcaster gets.
Woo!
Ooh,
There's
you
a
can
pack.
have 2 golden blood of. Now, there's a really good question. If you have 2 golden blood of the ancient ones, do you get a golden ancient one?
I actually wonder if you just have 1, if you get the golden.
Yeah, well, we could find out. That's on my list of cards that I want, even though it's totally non-optimal. It's just a really fun kind of kitchen counter tabletop.
there we
there
go.
it is. Ragnaros, Light Lord.
Interesting. That's a good pack.
Live, insect.
Some people think Ragnaros might be good. I don't see it, but I'm
I
hoping to
agree.
be proven wrong.
I would be surprised if it saw a lot of constructed play.
We got here Forbidden Shaping. Interesting.
Yeah, that's just the king of the random cards. Well, no, I suppose
No,
actually the king of...
the legendary, the
Yeah,
shifter, Xeris.
Yep. Oh, God, I want that card. I have to add that to my list. So what do you have N'Zoth on yours?
Yeah.
I suppose it's okay if we have duplicates.
Yeah, I'm really excited to play with some Death Rattle decks. Oh, a lot of Goldens going on.
Nice. Moving right along, there's an epic...
Dark
Speaker.
Swap stats. I
That-
have no idea what to make of that minion
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, I don't know. I don't... It doesn't jump out at me as being superb, but...
All right, we're
Coming down to the wire
two-thirds
here.
of the way through.
You got some two legendaries. What is the? Did you read up on the average legendary pull rate for stuff like this?
I think you're supposed to get about 2 per 50 packs.
Right.
So a little bit behind, but
Still time.
got plenty of goldens, got plenty of dust.
It's true.
Had good luck in the past.
Why don't you show us your strategy? Oh, you're doing it every time. I guess I haven't. You got to shake the pack. You can't just straight up open it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
would
so
be
I thought we
absurd.
were on a clock, but that's been the problem.
Well, you only got 30 left. Ooh, Golden
Infest.
Infest.
I think Infest might be interesting, too, as a way for her, like, a control hunter to repopulate their hand.
Sure. Does Golden Infest give you golden beast cards when the trigger happens? It should. I doubt it does.
I bet it does.
Really? Ooh, wow. Look at you.
Midnight Drake. Nice.
It's the opposite and potentially strictly worse cousin of Twilight Drake.
Potentially. We'll
Yeah.
see. I mean, with big game nerf, maybe you're just putting out big minions all over the place.
I guess. So what do you think? Do you think Big Game Hunter's still playable? I played it
Oh,
in a
yeah.
game last night. It was totally fine.
Yeah, especially in some of the late control decks like Warrior. There we go.
There you go.
Double blue, double blood.
You're going to get the Ancient one.
We'll see. I mean, it takes 2 turns.
Yeah, you pretty much... There.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's a pack.
There we go. Scaled. There's another one off. All right, come on, rogue
Nice.
cards.
Oh-ho!
Just
You
shard.
shard.
All right.
He's an old god for sure. Not the best, but maybe...
You know, I see potential, though. 2 minions for 10 mana, one of them a 10/10.
The other card I'm actually really looking forward to is the new Deathwing. The card strikes me as being very fun now that we're in a post-Big Game Hunter nerf environment.
Yes. This
Cool.
guy, I'm very excited to try out.
That's a very pretty golden
If
as well.
you don't have an answer for that, that card's going to be out of control.
It's true. All right,
All right.
18 to go. So what? That's 3 legendaries.
3.
So
That's
far?
pretty good.
It's
I'm
pretty
happy
good.
with that.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's going to end up with 0, and I'm glad it wasn't me.
I hope not. But hey.
Oh, not between us, but in the internet, there will be
Yeah.
the person who
Poor
got
dude.
none.
All right, so I'm gonna go through. Well, actually, let's see. So what we've gotten Scaled Nightmare off your list.
Taunt, Battlecry, game 1.
No Shadowcaster yet.
No,
Right.
I'm missing it.
Shadowcaster.
I'm missing my rogue cards, but Blade of Cthun I'm pretty excited about. I got Cthun earlier.
Yeah. Everybody. So if you don't know, you log in, you get 3 free packs of Whispers of the Old Gods, as well as a quest that you need to win 2 standard games, which is the new format, and you'll unlock 5 Whispers of the Old Gods packs, and then everybody by default just gets Cthun, as well as the common Cthun buff. What is it, like a 4-cost 4/6 or something?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
5
His
cost
little
4/6.
disciple.
Yeah. A lot of the Cthulhu
Oh,
buff cards.
I'm excited about Kabbalah's Tome. I think that might be really good.
A lot of the Cthulhu buff cards kind of blend together for me thematically, and I guess I'll have to play with them to really distinguish them. But certainly a cool deck, and I think Blade of Cthulhu is one of the coolest iterations of that. So.
Oh,
Yeah, you
no!
got it. Yes. Whammy! You whammied.
I know.
You did it.
Getting penalized. Feel
Been
like
play.
the epic ratio has been pretty good, though.
Yeah, and your golden ratio seems to be
Oh, missed
above
it.
par. Five to go. Of course,
All
you
right.
can get another 5 from 2 standard wins, which we have not done yet. We're just trying to get this these
Yep.
cards
No, I
open
got,
as
I got
quickly
some
as
gold.
possible.
I'll buy some packs later, but got a nice 100 to compare.
Ooh, cool.
Oh, missed one. Ancient Shield Bearer.
I'm Cthulhu Control Warrior is a deck I'm excited to play, but I think server
It-
problems.
Loading legendaries. Give it a second.
I think traditional Control Warrior had a lot of cards rotate out in terms of standard.
Can't handle Can't handle the legends.
I don't. I think it's robbing you of legends right now. I think you would have just gotten 5. Third Blade of Cthulhu. There's some dust. Too many Blades of Cthulhu. If that was such a thing.
But he has so many arms.
All right, our total was 9. That was not by any means an even split. 9 legendaries, but I did get 2 duplicates, so there is a little bit of consolation for you to be had. But you still have your daily quest to do, and so does everybody else who's watching this. If you're watching it currently, make sure you check out Whispers of the Old Gods. You can get 3 packs just for logging in. You get Cthulhu, you get Beckoner of Evil, I believe. Is that the card? And then you're also going to get 5 packs both today and tomorrow if you just do a couple of standard games. So that's very exciting. For more things, Whispers of the Old Gods, keep it right here on IGN.